Okay, welcome back. This is pedestal table tutorial videos. Previously we drew the foot. Now we're going to draw the leg, the stem. We're going to use a thing called a rotate tool. So I'll be referring to this document as we go. So we're going to create a new tab down here. So where the plus sign is, insert a new element. We're going to create or click on Create Part Studio, and we'll open up the new tab. We're actually going to rename that tab to Stem, and we can begin. So let's have a look at our drawing. So we've got a octagon shape down here, and then it leads into the round shapes along here. So we're going to start by drawing that octagon shape. It's 91 millimeters high, and from edge to edge on the octagon it's 70 across. So let's start our sketch. We're going to start on the top plane this time. We'll leave the origin on because that'll be handy for us. We'll turn off the top, the front and the right planes, and let's view this straight down. So I've right clicked, view normal to sketch plane. Now I need to remind myself what I click here. There it is. Is it inscribed or is it circumscribed? I think it's an inscribed polygon. So look, it'll be under a down arrow somewhere. Look for the inscribed polygon tool. So we're going to click that, and we click once in the center, and we'll move this out. It'll be kind of easy to move out horizontally. So we get that dash line, and I get a little icon that shows I'm moving horizontally rather than some weird angle. So just move out horizontally. It's going to default to a hexagon, but we can change that shortly. And so I clicked once to start, I click again to stop, and I got this little number here. So it's kind of weird how it works. So if you move your cursor, it keeps adding size. So we want to move it so we get to an 8-sided shape. Once we're there, I think I click. So yeah, that's an 8-sided shape. So once I deselect the tool, if I needed to, if you got it wrong, you could double click that and change it to whatever number of sides we want on our shape. So it's an 8-sided shape, so I'll set it at that. If you remember from our drawing here, from edge to edge on the octagon is 70 millimeters. So we can use our dimension tool to set the size. So dimension tool, click on an edge, click on the opposite edge. Let's move that up to place. We'll change that to 70. It'll adjust the octagon to just the right size. That shape's done, so we can tick to finish the sketch. Let's go back to a 3D view. I always like extruding in a 3D view. Find it makes it a little bit easier. And we're going to extrude. We're going to extrude that shape, so we click on it. And if you remember, it was 91 millimeters. And tick. Okay, we need to start to draw that rounded part. So we're going to use a revolve to do that, but like anything in these CAD programs, we need to start with a sketch. So we'll do that. We're going to click the sketch button, and we are actually going to draw on the front plane. Now I'm hovering over here in the browser. Even though they're turned off, we can still select them. So either the right plane or the front plane. I think it'll be easier to do the front plane. So click once on it, it will put that sketch on the front plane. I'm not going to view normal yet, and this is really important that we do this next step. So on the existing object that we've drawn here, I want you to click on the top face to select it, and then right click and look for the word use. And that'll give us some reference points and lines that we're going to need to draw our next sketch. Actually, I'll zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to go to the rectangle tool now. Rectangle tool. And we need to start our rectangle at the center point of this line, this little edge that was placed there when we clicked use. So as you move your cursor across, it'll give you that little icon that shows you where the midpoint is. So keep moving your cursor until that midpoint icon is highlighted. So once you're there, click, and we'll just move up. Don't be too concerned about the size yet. And click to stop your rectangle. Now we're going to view that front on. So either click on the view cube or right click and do view normal. So we're going to go to the front view. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Control Z. Yeah, if you have the tool still selected, it could be easy to accidentally draw something, which is what I did. So I'm going to jump back to our drawing. We're drawing this upright, but this drawing is laying down. So this is the dimension I need now. From the bottom edge of that octagon to the very top of our object is 413 millimeters. So we're going to adjust the size of our rectangle to suit those sizes, or that size. So we're going to use the dimension tool. Click once on the top edge of that new rectangle, and we're going to go down to that origin point, that midpoint there, and make sure that's highlighted, and then click, and we'll just move this over, click to place, and we're going to type 413, and it will adjust that rectangle way up the page there. The next thing we're going to draw is this tenon. The tenon, it's quite important that we get this tenon size right. Just like in the woodwork room, it has to be the exact right size so it can fit other parts of the project. So it's at a diameter of 25 millimeters and it's 19 down. So there's a bit of an edge there. You can see that on that 3D view. There's an edge. 19 down from the top. What we're drawing, alright, what we are drawing here, back in Onshape, we're actually drawing half the profile of this round shape. So our rectangle that we drew, its center line runs up the center of this round shape. So although that says a diameter of 25, we're going to have to halve that on our drawing. So let's go back to our drawing. I'm going to zoom into this top here. We're going to get the line tool and we're going to click from one edge of that rectangle to the other edge. We just need to make sure that we're drawing horizontally. We should get the little icon to show that it's horizontal, or it'll show an icon that says it's perpendicular. Either one will be okay, but it's got to start at one edge and go to the other edge and click. The tool wants to keep drawing, so press escape on the keyboard once you've drawn one line in. We're going to go back to the line tool again, and this time we're going to do a vertical line. Don't make the mistake of accidentally drawing this line to the midpoint. We don't want that, so we're going to draw close to this left-hand edge. Click once, make sure this one's vertical or perpendicular, and click again. Again, it wants to keep drawing, so press Escape on the keyboard. Now we need to set the size. So we're going to use the Dimension tool to do that. So from the top it was 19, so I clicked once on the top edge of that old rectangle, click once on that new line, and we're going to place that at 19. Now this dimension here, from this edge to this edge, these two lines, is half of 25. So click once, click again. Now if you know how to do maths, you could probably just write the answer. If you don't, cool thing about a lot of CAD programs, they can do the maths for you. So if I type 25 divided by 2, it'll calculate it for you. So it was really important that we got that placed correctly. The rest of this shape is kind of entirely up to you. You can, if you like, try and be really precise and try and match all these sizes and things. For this video, that's going to get way too complicated. If you want to have a go, you may. But I'm just going to draw. So I'm going to use a series of lines, and we're going to use arcs, lines, and splines. So down the bottom, I'm going to select the line tool, but I'm going to start at the bottom. It has to be inside these edges, or else it'll look weird. So somewhere just inside the, what do we call that? The octagon shape. We're going to click once. I'm going to move that up and click. I'm going to press Escape. So actually, I might draw in a little V. Escape. Let's try an arc tool. So with the arc tool, you click once to start the arc. I used the 3-point arc, by the way. Click again, and we can move. The next click is going to set the radius, so move that in. That's going to create a cove. I can do another arc. So click once to start, click again to stop, and we can, if we went the other way, it can create beads. I'll show you the spline tool. Click once to start the spline tool. And at the moment it looks like it's drawing straight lines, but as we start to place this in different places, it creates a spline. When you've finished with your spline, if you press Escape, I might start a new spline here and kind of create a bit of a V in the shape there. And we'll bring that up. Probably not at the midpoint, it might look a bit big, but somewhere up, touching that line there. And Escape to finish. There you go, we've drawn a shape. And you can do whatever you like. It should be within the size of our octagon there, and it should finish close to where this tenon would be. For now, that's all we need to do for this sketch. So we're going to tick that. I'll do a three-dimensional view because this is kind of fun to do this. Now we're going to look for the Revolve tool. It looks like a donut with a bite taken out of it. So it's a Revolve tool. And what it's asking are, what faces or sketch regions do you want to revolve? So we've got to make sure we click this inside shape here. If you click in the wrong place, it's going to select the wrong thing. So you can deselect by clicking over here. But let's click in here, and we're also going to click what will be that little tenon up there. So there'll be actually two sketches it's going to revolve. Nothing's happened yet because it wants to know what your axis is. So let's click in the dialog where it says Revolve Axis and select this long edge of that very first rectangle we did that started at the midpoint there. So let's click that and it'll revolve our shape around. And tick. Boy, that looks ugly. That looks a bit thick and fat. So if you wanted to edit, you double click Sketch 2 and you can adjust you should be able to adjust your shapes by dragging, but that's entirely up to you and if you do that, I think it might look a bit better if I make it a bit finer and smaller. Tick, and it'll update. Looks a little bit better. Alright, that's it for this video. I know it went long, but that's the stem for our pedestal table.